So the rumors were true. Erdwin's lantern descends towards Gallopolis. And they say it began when Yggdrasil fell and darkness covered the land. But why? What is happening to our world?
Erdwin's lantern, eh? Back in Dundrasil, we had a legend that after Erdwin defeated the Dark One, he ascended to the skies as a star, so he could watch over Erdrea for all eternity. That was one of Eleanor's favorite stories. And I always thought it was just that, a story. But now I'm not so sure. I mean, if the Lord of Shadow's rise caused Erdwin's lantern to descend, Are you even listening, laddie? Oh, charming. Well, I can share my musings with you again if you'd like. Back in Dundrasil, we had a legend that after Erdwin defeated the Dark One, he ascended to the skies as a star, so that he could watch over Erdrea for all eternity. It was one of your mother's favorite stories. And I always thought it was just that, a story. But now I'm not so sure. It does seem that the Lord of Shadow's rise has caused Erdwin's lantern to descend after all. Well, I suppose this is no time to be standing around pontificating. The lantern's on course to crash straight into this fair kingdom. We'd best go and see what the Sultan thinks of all this, eh?
My boy, please! Your reckless heroics will get you killed.
Fear not, father. I will take all necessary precautions. By the time I return, the mystery of the star will be solved and Gallopolis will be saved.
Ah, it is you. Thank you once again for all you did for my son. What in the name of the... Surely this cannot be.
It's been a while, eh, Your Majesty? Years, in fact. I haven't seen you since the Colloquy of Kings and the disaster that followed.
Lord Robert, please, you must listen. What we were told about the Luminary was false. He is not the spawn of the darkness after all. Alas, we were all deceived by King Carnelian. We allowed the world to be destroyed. We brought this disaster upon ourselves.
Oh, come on, Your Majesty. We can hardly be blamed. This is Mordegon's doing. He's the one who possessed King Carnelian and caused all this chaos. This is down to him and no one else.
Lord Robert.
Now, listen. We need to talk about that star. If Erdwin's lantern falls much further, Gallopolis is done for. What do you know about it?
Sadly, very little. I have tasked my finest scholars with investigating its origins, but they have discovered nothing. There is one thing that may be of interest. My son Faris claims to have been able to make out runes on the surface of the barrier that surrounds the star.
Runes, eh? This is the first I've heard of a barrier surrounding the lantern, let alone anything being written on it. Was your lad sure of this?
He certainly appeared to be. In fact, he has taken one of our most learned scholars to the Celestial Sands in order to investigate the ruins more closely. It is there that we believe the star will make its landing.
I see. Reckon we'd better go and take a good look at these ruins ourselves, eh? Shall we head out after the prince?
It would put my mind at ease if you would, Lord Robert. I cannot help but worry about him being abroad in such dangerous circumstances. You have my thanks. I will instruct the guards to permit you passage through the checkpoint. Journey safely.
No. You agreed to do this. Come. We must move closer. We cannot hope to read the runes from here.
But, Your Highness, I am sorry. It is too dangerous. I'm afraid I must refuse.
Do you have a means of deciphering the symbols without entering the Celestial Sands?
Well, no, but...
Oh, Princey Pooh! Hello, darling! Long time no see.
Silvando! What an... unexpected pleasure.
The Sultan said you were out here in the scary sands trying to read runes of a falling star. Huh. Guess you grew up to be quite the brave boy,
I am simply doing my duty to my people. But what about you? What brings you to the sands?
The same thing as you, Your Highness. We have come to investigate Erdwin's lantern.
Sir Hendrik? The Sir Hendrik? Ah, the hero of Heliodor, here in my kingdom!
You know who I am, Your Highness?
But of course! You are my hero! You are every aspiring knight's hero! To serve under your command is my life's ambition!
I am honored, Your Highness. The courage you have shown in venturing out here suggests that you would make a fine knight, wherever or whomever you serve.
Truly, you have no idea how much your words mean to me. Oh, thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Sorry to butt in, Your Highness, but might I ask how your investigations are going? You were looking a wee bit frustrated back there when we arrived.
Indeed I was, old man. That fool of a scholar is too frightened to accompany me any further into the sands. I am not one for learning. The symbols will mean nothing to me, which leaves me in quite a predicament.
Well, I think I might be able to help out there, if you'll allow me.
You are some manner of wizened ancient? Excellent! I would be very much obliged. The runes can be best seen from the ruins in the center of the sands. Meet me there.
Taking a nap, Princey Pooh. And there was me thinking you'd come to investigate the lantern.
Oh, truly, it is even more magnificent when one lies directly beneath it. How many can say that they have seen such glories up close?
You're a special one, darling. Don't go changing, What are these ruins, anyway? And how come they're out here all on their own in the middle of the desert?
Huh? Oh, they have been here forever. Since the age of our grandfathers' grandfathers, or some such nonsense.
something very important. I just know it. Ooh! Maybe some kind of stage! What a place to perform! Can you imagine?
You weren't wrong about the runes, Your Highness. I can definitely see some on the side of the lantern. Let's take a closer look, shall we?
You can see me? This means you must be the...
Are you okay, honey? You were talking to yourself, and we all know what that means.
Things past, return to me!
What's happening?
The lantern!
Oh, it's falling! It's falling! It's falling! We're gonna be squished!
Lord Robert, it is not safe here. We must fall back.
Oh, give me a minute, will you? I think I can make out what the runes are saying. Las... Os.
Please, Lord Robert, it is too dangerous.
What is this? What is happening?
Now none shall challenge me. This world is mine, and mine alone.
Was that the Sword of Shadows?
The lantern. It has disappeared. The star was named for Erdwin, but can such an ominous phenomenon truly be the work of heroes? Was the foul creature wielding the sword not...
That was no foul creature, Sir Hendrik. That was the savior of Gallopolis. He spared us all from the falling star. The kingdom is saved. My people will surely thank me when I bring them the good tidings. I must return to the city and spread the news. Come and find me at the palace if you need me. Yes!
Kalasmus. What could that mean?
Why don't we go ask the Sultan? It's his kingdom, maybe he knows something.
Aye.
It is a relief to see you safe, my friends. When the star shattered, I could not help but fear the worst. Faris has explained all that came to pass out upon the sands. It seems a savior appeared and destroyed the lantern before it could lay waste to my kingdom.
Aye. Though, I wouldn't go calling him your savior just yet. Anyway, never mind that now. There's something I want to ask you, Your Majesty. The runes on the barrier around the star, they spelled out a word, Kalasmus. Does that mean anything to you?
Kalasmos. Sadly, it does not.
Well, if it was written on the side of a star, you can bet it means something. Something important. Yeah, but we can't go letting it distract us too much. Mordigan's not going to defeat himself. We've work to be getting on with.
Lord Robert, your quest to defeat the Lord of Shadows is a noble one. The people of Gallopolis will be praying for your success.
Yes, and if there is ever anything you require, you need only ask. After all, I still owe you a favor.
It's a wee bit stormy all of a sudden.
Sylvando, this ship of yours is not about to sink, is it?
Don't mention the S word! I'll have us out of this in just a jiffy!
I smell fresh flesh.
That voice, where is it coming from?
Oh, yeah. Tremble before the mighty Alizarin, faithful servant of the Lord of Shadows and ruler of the deep. You dare to enter my realm unbidden. Know that an insult to me is an insult to my lord and master. Prepare to pay with your lives.
You're the one who'll be paying, you great big slimy so-and-so! Get a load of this! Are you having me on? I just blasted you with pearly gates and you barely even flinched!
The orb with which my lord and master entrusted me renders all your petty human enchantments null and void. Now join me in the blackest depths of despair.
And what, might I ask, are you staring at? Is there something stuck to my face? All right, all right. It is rather an imposing appearance, I agree. Why don't we try another? No, still no good. Well, if at first you don't succeed.
Not settling on a particular form, hmm? That rather makes me think you might not know who I am. In your world, I am known as the Seer. I take on different appearances for different people, you see. By which I mean to say that I look different depending on who is doing the looking. But enough about me. How's the fishing? Caught anything? No, I didn't think so. You're not ready yet, you see. When the time comes, you will know it. When the fish finally takes the bait, you must be ready to reel it in. But until then, you have no choice but to wait patiently. That is just the way of life. You know, I have the strangest feeling I've met one of your companions. Eric, was it? Well, no matter. We are not here to discuss him. Come, let us go inside. We can save the fishing for another day. Take a seat. Make yourself at home. Now, the fact that you're here makes me wonder if you might have taken a bit of a wrong turn somewhere. Hold still for just a moment. Ah, so that's it. Worried we've lost the power of the luminary, are we? Well, I'm afraid there's not much I can do about that. But there is one thing I can say. You may think that your power has been taken from you by the Lord of Shadows. But power cannot be taken, no more than it can be touched or tasted. Especially not the power of the luminary. Still no idea what I'm talking about, huh? Well, no matter. I think that's enough for now. Let me leave you with this thought. When the time comes, you will know. Oh, that's right. You're drowning, aren't you? That won't do at all. Well, don't fret. A certain sacred tree tells me it's not your time just yet. Right. We'd better get you woken up, hadn't we? You are the luminary, after all. You have rather an important task to be getting on with. Go. Save the world.
Darling, you're alive! Oh, thank goodness.
When you took that tumble into the sea back there, we all thought you were done for, laddie. Oh, it was terrible. We tried to fish you out, but you slipped beneath the waves before we could get to you. But then, well, it was nothing short of a miracle. There was a bright light, and suddenly, there you were, floating up from the seabed. Somehow we managed to pull you out of the water, give that big, slimy so-and-so the slip, and get here to safety. I still don't know quite how we did it.
What's the matter, honey? You look like you've seen a ghost. You're kidding. You were fishing, and you met a person called the Seer, and they turned into a dog? Oh, come on, silly Billy. You were just dreaming, that's all. You were out for a long time.
You have been through quite an ordeal. You need rest. As do we all. Come.
Whoop!
Put courage in your heart and lightning in your hand.
There'll be time enough for staring out to sea tomorrow, laddie. Come on, let's get you to bed.
Such pain. Such despair. I am helpless, powerless, bound by the chains of regret. If only I could go back, I would gladly accept eternal damnation just to go back to that day.
Please, hear my plea. You must free this restless knight from his prison of despair.
So we all had the same dream, eh? Just like people have been saying. The poor knight bemoaning his fate, asking to go back.
Oh, it was tragic. He looked so desperate. I wish there was something we could do to help, but we don't know who he is, or even where he is.
Maybe not. But that was Dracilian armor he was wearing. There's no doubt about that. What do you say, laddie? Shall we go and see what's become of Dundrasil now that this blasted darkness has engulfed the world? Crivens. This place was in ruins the last time we came. But this is something else. Ah, it fair breaks my heart. Where was I? Ah, yes. It should be around here somewhere. Would you boys do me a favor and shift this little lot?
Well, don't just stand there, darling. If I'm getting my hands dirty, you are too.
Where does this stairway lead, Lord Robert?
To an underground passage that runs beneath the castle. It was meant to allow the royal family to flee should Dundrasil ever come under attack. Right. Let's get in there and see if we can find some clues to the identity of our restless knight, shall we?
Such pain. Such despair. How dare you? How dare you return here? Begone, servants of evil! You took everything. You destroyed everything. You monsters! I will never forgive you!
I'm keen to have a wee chat with our friend here, but something tells me he's got other things in mind.
You took my beloved Eleanor. You took my boy. I will never forgive you!
Eleanor? But that's the old queen's name, which would make you...
Erwin, last king of Dundrasil. Just as I thought. A great man, and a fine warrior too, as you've just witnessed. And, most importantly of all, your father. I'm sorry the two of you had to meet like this. What happened to you, Erwin? Come on, laddie. Look at me. What in the...
At last you have come. Long have I waited for a kindly soul to free my restless knight from his misery.
The voice from the dream.
You are correct, of course. Before you kneels Erwin, King of Dundrasil. All those long years ago, on that darkest of days, he fought to the last. The light of justice sustained him, and he refused to yield to the darkness. But with time, that light has waned, and all that remains is the tortured soul you see before you. Lost between light and dark, life and death. I beg of you, help him, free him from his nightmare. Shine the light of hope into the darkness of his despair.
The voice. It's gone again. Who is she?
That'll have to wait. Erwin here needs our help. But what are we supposed to do to help him?
Do I smell fresh meat? It's been a while. Years, in fact. Well then, I need to make you nice and miserable before I devour your tender torment. Watch and despair. Such pain, such anguish. I am helpless, powerless, bound by the chains of regret.
King Erwin, it is a great honor to be invited to celebrate this most special of days with you.
The birth of your son and heir is a source of great joy and happiness to us all. Congratulations, Your Majesty.
Thank you. Thank you. Aye, this is a momentous day for Dundrasil. I am truly humbled to be lucky enough to celebrate it with you all. My dear Sultan, King Gustav, allow me to welcome you both to Dundrasil. You honor us with your presence.
The honor is all ours, King Erwin. Truly, it has been far too long. 1,000 thanks for preparing such lavish festivities. Though, of course, we are not here merely to celebrate. Today's colloquy of kings shall determine the fate of Erdrea for generations to come. I, for one, mean to see that my people's interests are well represented. You will forgive me if I grow a little passionate at times.
It is the first time the rulers of the Four Kingdoms have ever gathered under one roof, you know. A momentous occasion indeed. But the reason itself is a momentous one, of course. The birth of an heir to the title of Luminary is an event of unparalleled significance.
Indeed it is. Thank you once again for agreeing to meet so readily. Now, I have some final preparations to make before we convene the colloquy. I will come and fetch you when we're ready to begin. Guards, I don't suppose any of you have seen King Carnelian?
Yes, sire. King Carnelian is walking the grounds with Lord Robert, sire.
King Carnelian, Lord Robert, I will be convening the colloquy shortly, if you'd like to make ready.
Lord Robert informs me that the boy bears the mark. That he is the Luminary reborn.
That's right, aye. I've decided to present him to you all at the colloquy. The sight of so many people gathered to celebrate his birth has brought home to me how important he is. How much hope the light he brings represents.
Save it for the meeting, Owen.
Don't take it to heart, laddie. The fate of all Erdrea hangs on the Luminary now. Not everyone's going to be happy about that. Right, it's nearly time. Why don't you go and fetch the wee one from Eleanor's chambers?
He's so tiny. Can I touch him, Lady Eleanor? I promise I'll be careful.
I think he likes you, Jade. He wants to play. He's a very special boy, you know. They call him the Luminary. People have all sorts of hopes for him. But I just hope he grows up to be like his father, that he can help people to overcome their problems, just as Erwin does.
I hope he grows up to be nice and kind like you, Lady Eleanor. King Erwin!
The colloquy's about to start, Eleanor. Will you hand me the wee one? All right, wee man. Let's go and talk to some scary old men, shall we? Don't worry. Daddy will look after you.
Oh, Erwin. You don't need to hold on to him so tight, you know. Let the poor boy breathe. Would you look at it thundering away out there? And on such a special day, too. It's making me feel uneasy.
Come on now, Helena. There's nothing to worry about. We'll keep you safe no matter what, won't we, wee man?
And what about me,
Hey, you don't need me to protect you, Jade. You've got King Carnelian. Your dad's a force to be reckoned with, and no mistake. Right. We better get this meeting started. I'll see you later, Helena.
Good luck. Both of you.
This child, he is the one?
He bears the mark. There's no mistaking it. Dark One riseth, tree descendeth, luminary, man defendeth. Light's mark shineth, hand extendeth. With his coming, black night endeth.
The final poem in the Book of Erdwin.
The legends tell us that the Dark One was defeated by the Luminary in the Age of Heroes, bringing eternal peace to the world. But, as I'm sure you haven't failed to notice, monsters walk the land once more. The peace of Erdrea is under threat.
The kingdom of Svardsrust has already fallen at the wicked creature's hands, and King Arnud with it. He will be sorely missed.
And now a child has been born who bears the mark, which brings us to a reason for gathering here today. What does all this mean for Erdrea?
You speak of the Dark One, of monsters running wild, of the peace of centuries crumbling. But surely, the birth of the child signals an end to our woes. Now that the luminary is among us, the balance can be restored, the peace can be maintained. All is well, is it not?
You believe that the presence of the luminary will ensure that peace prevails. Can you be certain? Forgive me, Lord Robert, but the Book of Erdwin contains another poem concerning this matter, does it not?
It does. The very first poem. The prophecy. World tree's gift, first of many, bold, bright, blessed luminary. Thy light doth a shadow cast. Lo, the Dark One, bleak, black, vast.
What are the two of you implying? That the luminary causes the appearance of the Dark One?
Without light, there cannot be shadow. Without darkness, the stars cannot shine. This has always been the way of the world. Darkness and light must coexist. So, indeed, the birth of the luminary may well be what causes the Dark One to awaken.
You dare to imply that my son is somehow the source of our troubles? That the luminary isn't a force for good?
Can we be certain that he is? Evil does not always take a monstrous form, after all. You must have noticed the sinister glow emitted by Erdwin's lantern of late. Ever since your child was born, in fact.
What are you trying to...
The star sings at night, you know. I have heard it. It sings of Erdria's destruction.
King Gustav is right.
Oh, don't you start.
Ominous footsteps approach. We all hear them. As the leaders of this world, we owe it to our people to root out even the slightest hint of evil at its source. Even when that source is painfully close to home.
Why don't you just come out and say it? You're asking me to kill my own son. My own flesh and blood. Something happened. Not long before the child was born. I'm sure some of you saw it. A great, blinding light shot up from Yggdrasil and set the sky aglow. For a moment, it seemed that night had become day. We saw that same light on the evening he was born. It was shining from the mark on his hand. The child is a force for good. I have never been more certain of anything. He did not give rise to the darkness. He was sent to drive it out. Light and dark are not two sides of the same coin. The light of the luminary is a gift. A gift that will cleanse the world of evil.
A rousing performance indeed. Of course, if you had shown even a whit less conviction, we would have had no choice but to remove the child from your care. The luminary is the child of Yggdrasil. He alone can bring light to the world. He must be protected at all costs.
I hope you will forgive us our little test, but we had to be sure how strongly you believed. Your face.
I am satisfied. Send him to Heliodor when he comes of age. He will be trained in all that he will need to fulfill his destiny. We must confer upon the luminary the power to lead us all.
King Carnelian, everyone, I don't know what to say.
Very good. The most pressing item on our agenda is dealt with, and it ended just as I knew it would.
The matter is settled. Our kingdoms are united in their purpose.
Let all be as Yggdrasil wills it.
That concludes the colloquy. Now, all that remains is to introduce the luminary to his adoring public.
Thank you, King Carnelian. My friends, I'd like to thank you all for coming. Now,
Your Majesty!
what is it?
You must flee the palace immediately. Monsters! Hundreds of monsters!
We're under attack. Everyone, we have to get out of here now.
Where is the luminary, you birds? Give him to us.
They have come in force, but they shall not have the child. Lord Robert and I will keep them at bay. Take Eleanor and the child and flee the castle. Now!
But King Carnelian, this is suicide!
You need not fret on my behalf. I am not in my dotage just yet. Now go!
Thank you, both of you.
King Erwin, there you are! We were so worried.
You're alive. Oh, thank the heavens. When we saw the monsters coming, we feared the worst for you both.
Never mind that now. We need to get out of here, all of us. Come on. No matter what happens, I will get you out of here. I promise. Let's go. We should be able to get out through here.
I feel his presence. I sense him. I smell him. The luminary. Give him to me. There can be no escape.
Just you try and take him.
The monsters are everywhere. What are we going to do, Erwin?
If they've made it this far around the castle, they must have the place surrounded. We'll have to use the tunnels. This way. I think this was the one. Quickly, in we go, before the monsters find us. Time to make a break for it. I'll deal with him. Get out of here!
But Erwin...
Run! And don't look back! All right, you despicable creatures. Do your worst. You won't get past me! And stay down. Right. Time to get after Eleanor. King Carnelian? Over here, Your Majesty! King Carnelian? What in the... Who are you? What do you think you're doing? Your Majesty!
Erwin, is that you? What happened? Is everyone safe?
You're all right. Thank goodness. Jade's with Eleanor and the wee one, Your Majesty. They made it safely out of the castle.
I see. Good. Very good. I shall send my forces after them right away.
Your Majesty, what do you...
The bloodline of the Luminary ends here. Today.
King Carnelian? Your Majesty? Sire. Forgive me. I was unable to find you. I thank the heavens that you are unhurt. King Erwin, what has happened here?
I had no choice. He came at me in a frenzy. Queen Eleanor has absconded with the Luminary, and with my daughter.
Surely not. Whatever would possess them to commit such acts?
The birth of the child has put them both under great pressure. It has also caused the coming of the monsters, the loss of countless lives. Perhaps the coming of the Luminary does bring darkness in its wake. After all, without him, this tragedy would never have come to pass. Yes! I see now. He is not our savior. He is the harbinger of the night to come. The child of evil. The dark spawn. He must be found and dealt with. The peace of Erdrea must not be permitted to collapse. Find him. Leave no stone unturned.
Sire.
No. He is no harbinger of darkness. He is the Luminary. Someone, please. King Carnelian must be stopped, or the world will be plunged into darkness. Eleanor, please, forgive me. I was too weak.
This one's misery is just exquisite. His kingdom ruined, his family gone, betrayed, dying alone. Which is why I've been drawing out his torture for all these years. One must savor such succulent suffering. But even the most fabulous feasts must come to an end. It is time to move on to the next course. How does your despair compare, I wonder? Hold still while I sample its delights. Give yourself to misery. Let anguish consume you. This is your most painful memory. The darkest, tenderest recess of your soul. Were stolen and used to give birth to a monster. You could not protect your friends. You could not save the world. What kind of hero are you? Pathetic. Wallow in it. Marinate yourself in misery. Yes. My mouth begins to water.
Can you hear me? Please, you must listen. There is a light inside you that can never be extinguished. It is waiting, biding its time, but it is there, and when it shines forth, it will illuminate the world. Now is that time. You are the luminary. You must conquer the darkness. You must shine.
This light is...
What's happening?
You're back with us, laddie. Are you all right?
This light, disgusting. It blinds me. It fills my mouth. It tastes of hope.
This is the beast responsible for King Erwin's suffering. We must defeat it and lift His Majesty's curse.
No matter. Your screams of agony will surely whet my appetite.
Where am I? Wait. Those eyes. I'd know them anywhere. Son, is it really you? It was you who saved me, wasn't it?
You're back. You're back to your old self at last.
Eleanor?
Our son has freed you. Despair no longer holds you captive. You are free to join me after all these years.
I am, my love.
My dear son, my darling boy, many hardships await you, many trials lie ahead, but you must not stray from your path. Let the light of hope, the light inside you, be your guide. And remember, we will always watch over you. Farewell, my darling. I love you so much.
Goodbye, my little one. Goodbye, Erwin. I hope both of you find peace at last.
Honey, your hand!
The mark. It's glowing again. Your powers, they're back!
The luminary is restored to us, and all thanks to his honored parents.
Didn't this place used to be funner looking? Ugh, and what's with that ugly statue? So tacky.
Welcome to Octagonia.
A monster! Be on your guard.
Oh, come now. There's no need for all that. You're in the new Octagonia now. There's no fighting here anymore. Only fun. All those tournaments they used to host, so uncivilized. The arena's a casino now, thanks to Booga, best and most beautiful of the spectral sentinels. Why don't you step inside and chance your arm? It's just upstairs. Who knows? It might be your lucky day.
A casino run by monsters, eh? It all sounds a wee bit fishy to me. Still, we'd better go and take a look. Jade might be inside.
behind here. Well, don't worry. We'll look after you if you'll just follow me. Yoo-hoo! I've got some humans for ya!
More lambs to the slaughter, eh?
Huh? Can it really be? Princess?
Hendrik, what's a man as dull as you doing in a place as lively as this, hmm? I suppose even fine, upstanding knights of the realm need a cheap thrill every now and again, eh? Well, are you ready to play? What's the matter, Henny Wenny? Cat got your tongue? Is the king's little lapdog scared of a bit of fun? I've been pining for a puppy, as it happens. Maybe I'll choose you, if you sit up and beg like a good boy.
Jade, listen to yourself, lassie. What's happened to you? Stop all this nonsense and come with us, will you? In case you've forgotten, Mordigan's still out there. We need you.
Oh, be quiet, you doddery old fool. You're ruining the mood. Wow, Mordigan's still out there. Well, he can stay out there for all I can. I'm Boogers now. He's the only one that matters to me. My heart, my soul, my body. They're all his. Why in the world would I want to join your band of do-gooders? I'm happy here. Happy for the first time in my life.
You are a princess of Heliodor. You will behave like one. This den of iniquity is no place for a lady. You are coming with us.
I'm going nowhere, and you can keep your hands to yourself. What would you know about ladies anyway? Tell you what, why don't I give you a crash course? My foot crashing into your face.
Come on now, lassie. That's enough foolishness. Come along with us, will you?
Oh dear. Well, isn't this awkward? You appear to have nobbled my #1 croupier. I suspect that means you don't know who you're dealing with. Let me introduce myself. I am Booga, Spectral Sentinel, Breaker of Hearts, Smasher of Heads.
We've heard of him, right? Oh! He's the one who turned Octagonia into such a silly spectacle! Honey, you have no taste.
Oh, Jade, my pretty little kitty cat. Look what the nasty people did to you. King Booga will punish them, you'll see.
Step away from the princess, fiend. She is coming with us.
You've come to steal away my pretty, have you? No, 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 that just won't do. Not a
after I went to all the trouble of putting her under my spell. Do you think it was easy turning such a lovely girl into a horrible monster?
You can turn humans into monsters? Does that mean all the others, are they?
Of course! Jade wasn't my first, you know. All my lovely girls used to be human, and the boys too. There's nothing like making a monster out of a smug human who thinks they've beaten the house. That soon wipes the smile off their faces, let me tell you.
Now listen here, you. Jade's coming with us. You'll be using her for no more of your nefarious nonsense.
Oh dear, I'm afraid my casino has a zero-tolerance policy towards troublemakers. I would throw you out, but I'd rather crush you to a pulp. I don't feel right. My spell... No! It's weakening.
Where am I? Hendrik? All of you, what's going on?
Oh, it hurts. It's not fair. The house always wins, doesn't it?
You.
What?
Booga. Yes. Now I remember. I remember everything, in fact. Have your wicked way with me, would you? Allow me to return the favor with interest.
Princess, you're...
Looks like there's still a little of the old monster in me. Something tells me it's going to come in handy. I'm so sorry. You must have been so worried about me.
Didn't give it a second thought, lassie. You're safe and sound now. That's the important thing.
Princess, my behavior was unforgivable. I do not ask for forgiveness. I ask only that you understand that all I do that the Lord of Shadows might be defeated.
What kind of way to say hello is that, Henny? Less of the nightly nonsense, or I'll have to spank you.
joking. Thanks for always being there, Hendrik. I mean that. And as for you, something's changed since I last saw you. You seem tougher. Here, I think you'd better have this. I found it on my travels, and I've been trying to track you down to give it to you ever since. You already know how it works. Maybe one of those columns of light out at sea will open up some new horizons. Right, we've got more friends to find, and an evil overlord to beat. Don't you think we'd better get going?
Unhappy tidings. The one assailed by the fiend sleeps still like the bear. Fair Mistress Miko, the rite cannot be performed with the beast abroad.
Silence, whining cur! A monk's spirit is equal to any monster! This accursed wound. Till it heals, I am helpless, the rite left undone.
Oh, I sure wouldn't want to get on the wrong side of her.
Oh, but we have guests. Forgive the storm of my rage. My shame knows no bounds. The wind blew you here. Surely it was not by chance. Will you hear my tale? The Angry Mountain. A rite must be performed there, lest fire consume us. But disaster looms. A monk was sent to pray, yet a beast blocked his path. The fiend loomed, monstrous. Fierce of fang and sharp of claw. He ran for his life. I longed to hunt it. But I faced another foe and suffered this wound. A great fire dragon. Tatsunaga the Terror. Now he is no more. Forgive my boldness, but the beast blocks our lifeline. Slay it in my stead. I greet your kind words, as the steppe in high summer greets the falling rain. Head first to the west. You will find a mountain path. There the monster waits. O guiding spirit, guardian of rock and flame, protect these brave souls.
Groar! Get out of here! Go on, go away! Go away, or I will eat you!
The beast is upon us. Stand fast.
I am the spirit of the mountain, and I have very, very sharp claws. If you do not want to be torn to pieces, you had better get out of here!
We're going nowhere. Not until you promise to stop bullying innocent monks and let the villagers climb the mountain.
Huh?
Was it something I said?
Shouldn't they be running away? What are we going to do?
Shut up, idiot! They will hear us! How are we going to scare them away if you keep jabbering? This is all your fault, Atsuko. Now we are in trouble.
Shut up, Atto! If you had not fallen over, we would never have ended up in this mess.
So much for our big scary monster. It's just a couple of little ones. You surprised us, darlings.
Foolish children! What possessed you to risk your lives with such recklessness?
No, we never meant to. We have done no wrong. Miko's right has to be stopped. A tragedy looms.
Yes! You have to listen to my brother. Miko wants to do a horrible thing and we have to stop her.
Seems these bairns have got a bee in their bonnet about something. We'd better get to the bottom of this.
You will hear us out. Other grown-ups ignore us, as mountains do rain.
Do you really think they will? Is someone finally going to listen to us?
I think so, and they seem very strong. With them on our side, people are sure to listen. We have a hideout, a den, like a fox's home. We will meet you there.
Hurry!
Hooray! You are... Thank you for coming. We have been awaiting you, as seeds await spring.
These people, my son, the travelers you spoke of? Light in the darkness?
Yes, Mother, they came. The ones who did not treat us as horses treat flies.
You said you were trying to stop the right. Why would you wish to do so?
The right is sacred, or so we have long been taught. But this is just wrong. To appease the gods, a sacrifice will be made. Our own dear mother.
Human sacrifice? Oh my! This right is just not right.
Miko gathered us. She made a grave pronouncement. A great shadow fell. In happier times, we offered up fruit, silk, corn. But those days are gone.
Without sacrifice, living flame will consume us. The volcanoes rage.
The Lord of Shadows has got a lot to answer for.
I was selected. A gift for the volcano. A live offering. But why me? Why now? It was the mountain that chose. Or so Miko said.
Mother gave us life, so we had to fight for hers. It is our duty.
A noble cause indeed. I see now why you did what you did.
For the whole tree's sake, one leaf falls into the flames. Perhaps I should go.
No, do not say that! You know your sacrifice is just an excuse. A few short days passed. Our mother saw Miko go, where she should not be. Miko learned of this. She now wants the truth buried. Her mother also. She hides a secret. Up there on the mountainside. Why else would she go?
It certainly sounds like something fishy's afoot. Maybe the laddie's right. It can't hurt to take a look, at least.
You will take us there. This is music to our ears. As sweet as birdsong. Beyond this ladder, a path leads into darkness. The volcano's heart. A dead end, it seems. All twists and turns exhausted. The path leads nowhere.
Well, it's a shame and all, but how about we get out of here? I don't know about you, but I'm sweating like a...
What in the world was that? It didn't sound good, whatever it was.
Down there! Look! Tatsunaga!
Tatsunaga, the beast Miko spoke of. But did she not claim to have slain it?
This is her secret. She did not beat the dragon. She left it to live. That liar! That cheat! Mother will not die for this! Let us hurry back. The people deserve to know. The truth must be told. Everybody! Everybody!
Be still, Atsuo. You must be like a spring breeze, not a howling gale.
I will not be still. I will howl it to heaven. Tatsunaga lives.
What nonsense he speaks! Tatsunaga is no more! Miko told us so!
No! The creature lives! It roars and howls in its lair, loud as the mountain.
You lie, wretched child! A beast blocks the way upward you could not have passed.
Ha! I am the beast! The unholy fiend you feared? Me and my sister.
What?
We took our mother and sought to keep you from her with a bold disguise.
Idiot children! Your games will see us all killed by the mountain's rage.
Ha! Why believe you? You whose tales of bold conquest were naught but hot air. The beast was not slain. You gave away our futures to save your own skin. Snake, devil, spider, you seek not sacrifices, you seek dragon food. Your scheme lies exposed. Your bargain with the dragon will not save you now. And what of you, The son who fought beside you? Was it...
Enough! Hush, mewling kitten. What do you know of the truth? Of sacrifices?
Can it truly be? The dragon's death a facade? Does...
If so, why all this? Why sate the mountain's anger? We die anyway.
Silence! The dragon is gone. My beloved son slew him, and paid with his life. Now, meddling brat, test the mountain's wrath no more. You risk all our lives. Bring forth your mother, The flames burn ever stronger while our time grows short.
You shall not have her! I see through your web of lies. Accursed spider!
No!
That's Raw! Come! Quickly!
Tatsunaga!
You!
See? The dragon lives! Miko! She gave us to him!
Steady. Fire!
Again!
Stop! Stay your weapons! Though this may seem a dragon, it is but a boy!
Mistress Miko.
To sate your hunger, I give up my mortal form. The fox feeds her cub.
No! Mistress Miko!
Quickly! Fire!
He will kill us all! Fate hangs by a thread. We must fight fire with cold steel.
You saw it swallow the priestess. Be on your guard.
The beast flees, chastened. Dust settles, sunlight returns. The village is saved!
The bitter truth dawns. Day breaks. Its light harsh, cruel. Miko is no more.
First Ryu, now Miko. The lions taken from us. Only sheep remain.
Did you see her trying to protect that thing before it ate her? What was that about, huh?
Who can know her mind? The sun of her heart eclipsed. Treachery blinds her. But one thing is clear. Until its flame is smothered, the beast is a threat. Tatsunaga's lair, at the heart of the mountain, reached by the great gate. It must be unlocked. Miko's maid, she has the key.
Are the gods so cruel? To pile like rocks upon her, burden on burden.
We came for the key. The one for the mountain gate. There, the dragon waits.
With Miko's light gone, yours is the only glimmer. Take it. It is yours.
Come, we have the key. Clouds part. The way ahead clears. The end is at hand.
Wait. You must know the truth. It sleeps between these pages. Wake it.
Looks like a diary of some kind. Must be Miko's.
My sins rend my heart. I must confess them or scream. Thus I record them. The battle was fierce. At last the dragon lay prone. My son drew his sword. But then, like a fog, blackness rose from the dragon. Poor Liu was smothered. I carried him home. He tried to fight the darkness, but the night prevailed. The beast had cursed him. Pain racked my poor boy's body. I watched his form change. He was a dragon. I had to hide him away, pretend he was dead.
Can her words be true? Not Tatsunaga, but Ryu. This is who we fought?
Hey, don't interrupt, honey. I want to hear how it ends.
Could he be restored? A storm of doubts assailed me. But then the skies cleared. The magic mirror in which true forms are revealed. This might save my son. Alas, the mirror neither revealed nor restored, though I tried and tried. My son's hunger grew. The hunger of the dragon for the flesh of men. It burns like hot sun. The agony of knowing. The choice that I make. But my son must live till I master the mirror I wear by my heart. Thus have I chosen. Though others' lives are squandered, my boys must be saved.
Ugh, it's a tragic tale. The poor woman, torn between her child and her people. It's a choice you wouldn't wish on anybody. Maybe if we could get our hands on that mirror she mentioned, we might have more luck with it than she did.
But Miko is gone. The magic mirror with her. The light of hope fades.
You cannot be saved. Only the creature remains. You must forget him. Mother Devourer! Peril! Foul Scourge! Murderer! The beast must be slain.
Yes, the time has come. Meet me on the western path, before the great gate. A warm welcome face, like the spring after winter. Throw open the gate. I must see the end of the dragon and his tail. I must come with you. Is this really him? The man who once fought for good, reborn as a beast? Once kind as the sun, once gentle as the spring breeze. Now he burns, rages. For our dear home's sake, I would gladly give my life. He said this to me. He must be released. For Hoto's sake, and for his. Please, end this sadness.
like the look of this.
Mirror now mastered. The season of the beast ends. That of peace begins.
You?
I am free at last. I shed my shell of torment and walk in the sun. The mirror's power, though great, could not show the truth. That truth lay within. With it inside me, at last the miasma cleared. The curse was broken. One question remains. How did the mirror get there? What brought the out in? Alas, time grows short. My spirit ebbs like the tide. I drift from life's shore. But I am ready. Knowing that all is now well, I die happily. I ask only this. Tell my mother I love her.
When first we came here, rage burned in me at Miko, at her treachery. But though she did wrong, she did it with good reason, or so she believed. She loved her son Ryu, just as we love our mother, as the fox its cubs. Now to the village. Sun shines on Hotto once more. We must share the news.
At last we are saved. Your courage is as boundless as the starry skies.
Mother! Yes!
Can you forgive us? To condone your sacrifice brought eternal shame.
The past is buried. A new season greets us all. A season of sun.
How can the sun shine on a village whose people drift now, rudderless? We believed in lies, trusted one who betrayed us. Who now will guide us?
Are grown-ups not supposed to be able to think for themselves?
The dragon is gone. For this, we thank our friends here, but Miko the most. Though she betrayed us, we only live thanks to her. Our breath is her gift. To sacrifice us must have burned hotter than fire. We must forgive her. A new dawn awaits. We must make our own future. She died that we might. They do not need to know the whole truth. They have seen tragedy enough. The people of Hotto must rely on themselves now. And Atsuko and I will make sure they do.
Oh, we've got the wind in our sails, darling. Not long now till we're through the strait. What the? Who's that rattling around in my cargo bay? Would you be a sweetie and go check? Is everything all right in here? I brought the whole gang just in case. Huh? Eric? Honey, is it really you?
You're alive, laddie. I knew you would be. Oh, this is the best news we've had in a while.
You can say that again. It's wonderful to have you back, isn't it?
I'm sorry. I hadn't eaten anything for 3 days, and I saw you loading this boat with food, and I just couldn't help myself.
Are you okay, honey?
Something is not right. Is this really your former companion?
You said Eric, right? I'm pretty sure that's my name, but... do I know you or something?
Don't you remember us, laddie? You're all partners in crime.
I'm sorry. I don't remember anything. I woke up and everything was dark, and I remember my name. And I know there's something important I have to do. But apart from that... Look, I know I have no right to ask you this, but... could I tag along with you guys for a while? If you know who I am, it might help me to remember something. I promise I'll pay you back for the food I took. I'll swab the decks, clean the dishes, anything.
No, there'll be no need for that, laddie. You stick with us. I'm sure your memory will be back soon enough.
What do you say, darling? Shall we forgive our little stowaway and welcome him back with open arms?
Thank you so much. I promise I won't get in your way. You won't regret this.
He's lost his memory and gained some manners. I wish Veronica were here to see this. She'd die.
There it is again. The sweet aroma of fresh flesh. Who dares to enter my realm? So, we meet again, worm. You were lucky to slip the hook when last we met. You will not be so fortunate this time. In the name of my lord and master, I shall send your broken bodies to the bottom of the ocean.
Well, this isn't looking good. If gates can't do the trick, I don't very well know what can.
Your hand.
The power of the luminary!
What was that?
That's the stuff, laddie! Without that barrier, we should be able to land a blow or two! Right, you lot! Time to finally put a wee dent in our friend here!
You worms really believe you can defeat the mighty Alizarin? You will sink without trace! But how? How could the mighty Alizarin be defeated? Wait! That lightning you summoned. Could it be? Could you be the luminary? Lord Mordegon, hear me! The luminary! He has returned!
We showed you, you oversized sea slug. Think you're a match for the luminary? Think again, pal. Right, we'd better get a move on. We need to give Mordegon a good hiding before any more beasties like that one come a-growling. But first, we need to find out how we can hurt him. He still doesn't know you're alive, but it's only a matter of time.